Yay. Thank you, Lord. You are good. It is August 7th, and we thank you for this company of faithful intercessors daily, on the wall, praying and believing for the move of God to protect and bless Israel and the Jewish people. So thank you guys so much. All right. Well, it's exciting to have Eran and Rahali there on a Wednesday this week. So it was quite the journey back from
Yeah.
Northern California for them. And I'm interested to hear from you guys. Eran, you were in California. I mentioned these, they were praying for your safe return as well. But what's it like now back in the land? I mean, we're seeing all the threats at the same time. You almost wonder if is Iran, the country, getting cold feet because of all of the barrage of diplomatic, you know, pressure to not attack, or the defense of Israel coming strong from America. And then just a little side chat would just say to everyone, I feel like there is continual changing of the guard going on in the American politicians, because former member of the squad, or I think her name was Cori Bush, just got ousted in the primaries from her district, which is a good thing, replaced by, it's Democratic to Democratic, but in that case by a Democratic who really stands with Israel. So there's a bit of good news for us. So Eran, over to you. Thank you so much for joining today, and we're eager to hear your prayer points for all of us.
Thank you, Patricia. It was great to see you in live and be with you a couple of days in the range in California. It was
Yes.
really precious time for me and my team. After a long tour in the US, very encouraging time that we saw a lot of people that support Israel, love Israel, people that are care about the Jewish people, and they are very important to them with prayer and with support and financial support. And it was very, very encouraging for me as an Israeli to come to the US and to feel and to see the people. By the way, I'm not sure it's because of me or this is the way, but even in taxis and places that I went, I saw support. I heard support. I know that there is different voices, but we have a great event in Seattle, which was a really amazing time that we have there, and of course in Jade Ranch. In the ranch, we have met our friends and family. And I think one of the biggest thing that we did is to pray together, and for me to be in the ranch and step into the big top and see the Israeli flag there, and hear Hattie Johnston speaking, and then the leading singer of JH Ranch, his name is Ronnie Freeman, very talented guy, and he wrote a song that called "We Are Going to Dance Again" for the Nova, in honor of the Nova party that was in the South, and to see hundreds of people dancing and celebrating and praying to Israel. For me, it was amazing, and I saw there young trainers and parents and team that was there, and I was thinking about the education thing, the family values and the education, and for me it was so see how we are close, Christian and Jewish people together in our basic approach to life, which is love and peace. Today we understood that Yahya Sinwar, the terrorist that in charge of the 7th of October, now nominated to be the leader of Hamas, in a level of diplomacy, not just in the military that he was until now. He becoming in a different ways the head of the entity that called Palestinian or Hamas, whatever. And I was thinking in this Shabbat evening, last Shabbat evening, we stand together, Jewish people and Christian people, and we celebrate the Shabbat. And we have the honor to do this ceremony with Mike Johnson, which was very amazing and touching for me. And
Yeah.
I put here, Patricia, maybe you can help me to read. It's a little bit complicated even for me. But when we are starting the celebration of Shabbat, we are starting by a prayer
Hmm.
that welcome the angels of peace to open the Shabbat ceremony. This is a ceremony that opened the Shabbat for us here in Israel. Lots of family, most of the family is doing, even if you are not super ultra religious. This is something that you are doing. I'm of course doing that with my family. And if you can read it here, Patricia, the
Yes.
translation, I will read it in Hebrew, please.
Yes. Okay. Peace be unto you, ye ministering angels, angels of the Most High, ye that come from the supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be He. May your coming be in peace, ye ministering angels, angels of the Most High, ye that come from the supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be He. Bless me with peace, ye ministering angels, angels of the Most High, ye that come from the supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be He. Ye go forth in peace, ye ministering angels, angels of the Most High, ye that come from the supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be He. Yeah.
So
Wow.
in Hebrew it's Shalom Alechem, מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכנו לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתך לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And this is something that I think it's the basic of education children's. The Jewish people, since the children are in zero babies, we speak with Shabbat in the word peace and God. The Lord and peace, the Lord and peace, angels and peace. This is how young or babies in Israel are growing in environment that what is the most important thing in life is God and peace. And if we see our enemies that educate their children with hate and how much to hate the Jewish people and how much war is good, and if you are going to do a terror attack, you are going to be in heaven and stuff like that, you understand the difference between Jewish and Muslim. I teach my children, even now when they are in the army and when they are injured, to take things in life in perspective of peace. You know, this is a war, but in the end of the war, it's going to be a process. And after the process, we have to pray for peace, even in the bad times. And I think that this is something that for me in this Shabbat, when we stayed in Judge Ranch, and all of us as a family, the desire for a peace, the desire to work the Lord and honor God. And honor God is with love and peace. It's not war and killing and murdering and rape. This is not how you are respecting your love, even if it's not if you are a Muslim. And I think that what we are doing in the National Leadership Center is the same. When we are teaching the young people, the students that coming to us, love your neighbor. And this is something that it's really, really basic in the things that we are doing. We have an activity that called the Odyssey, that we teach them mutual responsibility. Mutual responsibility as Jewish that are there coming, and we are doing that with them with love and with grace. This is what we are teaching. By the way, this is what we are going to continue to teach. In this Friday, Patricia, as I told you, we have a group of Arabs that are coming. They called me before I left to the US, and they say to me, listen, we heard that you have a program that heal the nation and grow leadership skills. And I say to him, listen, yes, we are. He said to me, but we are want to come. I said, yes, you are Arab, right? He said, yes, but we heard about your program. And I said to him, great. You know that we are speaking about the Bible. He said to me, yes, you're speaking about Abraham. We know that. I said to him, great. Our gate is going to open for everybody that wants peace and that's seeking for God. And this is what I'm teaching my staff. You know, God God creates us in His own image, and with own image, this is Arab, this is Jewish, this is black people, this is white people, tall and short. It's not important. The issue is to honor and respect even in this hard time. I understood that after my son Jonathan was injured. When he injured, I saw myself and my wife Levavit crying, and our eyes was full with tears. And in that moment, I understood that revenge is not a good plan for the future. And I say to myself that no mother and no father in the world want that their children will injured or die. And this is what's happening in the wars. And because of that, and because our values, and because our vision, we are going to open the gates to Muslim, Christians, and Jewish, of course, that wants to be there. And I think this is part of education. This is how you are building a house. When you are bringing a strong foundation, and the foundation is based on love, and this is what you are teaching, children and people, adults, are going to understand it. And yes, the war is continue, and we have 114 hostages there in Gaza yet. Yesterday we understood, we heard that one of the women was, we knew that she's dying on the 7th of October. Now we have proof for that. And the war is starting. The life in the north of Israel is becoming terrible. It's something that every day, all day, we have bombs. But most of it, all of the people in Israel living now in stress and waiting for the attack. Today we understand that from the U.S. government that Israel and Hamas is very close to a deal and bring the hostages. Iran, we understand that a little bit less wants to attack us. Hezbollah, we don't understand. But think about it, that everybody in Israel is waiting for the attack. This is the atmosphere. Everything around that is like, oh, maybe yes, maybe no. But people are all the time here in the last couple of 2 weeks, but now living in a stress, in a more stress. You see, I drove back from Ariel today. The roads are empty. People are in their houses. There's thousands or 20,000 or 30,000 Jewish people are stuck abroad. The companies stopped to come to Israel. Today they start sending ships to Egypt, to Cyprus and to Greece because the foreigner flights.
Mhm.
Thank God we fly with El Al, so we stuck in New Jersey, and we came 24 hours after that. So thank you very much for your prayers. It's really a long journey, but we are still in war, and one of the bad things in war that there is uncertain. And when I was in the US, I was focusing in prayer. And I think this is the most important thing now for all of us. We have to continue to pray. We have to continue to pray for wisdom for the government. We have to pray that the US government will support and stay strong like they are doing now, and sending ships to very strategic places. We have to pray that it's going to stop. People in Israel say enough. We cannot live like that. Economy is not in a good place, and everything is stuck. But I think we need to pray, because if we are not going to stop, if we are stop praying and stop believe, this is going to be the end of that. And I'm focusing on now prayer, and I'm praying for the IDF soldiers, and I'm praying for the hostages. This is something that killing us to see the thing. So Patricia, for your question, there is voices that say that the flames are a little bit lower. It's a hope that it's not going to be attacked, and if it's going to be attacked, it's going to be something smaller than what we expect. But we are very focused. The IDF is very, very, very prepare this time. The airplanes, the people are all the Iron Domes and all this protection. And I have to tell you that when I was in the US, I saw Patricia, and we have the time to pray together. And I think that this is something that we need to do. And I have to tell you that my staff was really encouraged by meeting the people in the US and see how much love we have there. And I saw that, by the way, our vision, the National Leadership Center, is something that I was speaking in front of Jewish people, and it's in front of Christian people, and everybody believe that the focus of our efforts is going to be in the healing of the nation. This is something that is more important. We have to prepare all the time, under fire, under attack. We have to be prepared for that. I'm starting a new training course in Friday and going to be another one in September. You know, we have a lot of work, but I'm preparing for the day that it's going to be end. And in the day, we need to be very, very prepared for that. And I think God put us in this way that we are going to help the widows and the orphans. And I think, Patricia, we can send the video that we share about the orphans and the widow. It's something that really going to encourage you. The eyes of the children that see the love of their father after they lost the thing that is very hard for them. We see how the nation is healing. We see how people need and desperate for love, love of the Abba, love of the Father, love inside the family, to touch each other, to do the communication. And this is something that we are very focusing. And I think that this time, after more than 300 days, we need to be focused and focus and focus on prayer and hope, and put to this dish love, and we are going to win and be strong.
Yeah. Wow. 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 So good. Thank you so much. You know what? I do have that video. So I'm going to show the video of what Eran was speaking about there. Actually, I'm going to just go ahead and do that right now. I want you to see this. What I have noticed with the National Leadership Center is it's ever